Hello children. So today we are going to start lesson 6, My Childhood of Beehive. And before we read, just go through these lines. Can you think of any scientists who have also been statesmen? Statesmen mean politicians. So can you name any person, any scientists who have also been statesmen or politician? So whenever this question comes in front of us, the first name which comes to our mind, that is APJ Kalam. So APJ Abdul Kalam, whose projects in space, defense, and nuclear technology guided India into the 21st century, became our 11th president in 2002. So, APJ Abdul Kalam, who guided India in space, defense, and nuclear technology. This great man, he became 11th President of India in 2002, and in his autobiography Wings of Fire he speaks of his childhood, and in his autobiography, that is Wings of Fire, he had just told about his childhood. So let us see now. I was born into a middle class Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram in the erstwhile Madras state. So he was saying that he had been born into a middle class mean neither poor nor rich Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram, which is in Chennai, but that is it's Chennai. Its former name is Madras. So my father Jainulabuddin had neither much formal education nor much wealth. Despite these disadvantages, he possessed great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. So he also told about his father, that whose name was Jainulabuddin, and he was not having, or he had not much formal education, and he was also not much wealthy. And besides all these disadvantages, he possessed, or he was having, great inborn wisdom, and he was a true generous person. He had an ideal helpmate in my mother, and he was also having, helpmate mean helper, he was also having an ideal helper, that is Abdul Kalam's mother Ashiama. I do not recall the exact number of people she fed every day. So he's saying he did not remember the exact number of the people this lady, his mother, she was used to give food. But I am quite certain that far more outsiders ate with us than all the members of our own family put together. But he said that he was sure that the number of the outsiders who ate in their house, that was greater than the number of his own family members. So I was one of many children, a short boy with rather undistinguished looks. So he is telling about himself, born to tall and handsome parents. Even he was born to tall and handsome parents, and he was one of many siblings, brother and sisters. He was short, and he was not having special looks. He was quite simple in looking. We lived in our ancestral house, which was built in the middle of the 19th century. So he was, or during his childhood, he was living in his ancestral house. Ancestral mean inherited from forefathers, and this house was built in the middle of the 19th century. Middle of the 19th century mean around 1850. So it was a fairly large pakka house made of limestone and brick on the Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. And this house, which was a fairly good, large, big pakka house, and it was made of limestone. Limestone mean white powder stone, and brick, it's known to you. And this house was built in the Mosque Street in Rameshwaram, and my austere father used to avoid all inessential comforts and luxuries. Austere means simple. So his father, who was quite, simple but strict and severe, he was used to avoid all inessential comforts and luxuries. He was not interested, or he was not in the favor of providing inessential comforts and luxuries, which we are having nowadays, and we cannot live our life without them. Anyways, however, all necessities were provided for in terms of food, medicine, or clothes. But father was in the favor of avoiding inessential comforts and luxuries, but necessities, the important things or necessary things, were provided to them like food, medicine, or clothes. In fact, I would say mine was a very secure childhood, both materially and emotionally. So he's saying that he could say that his childhood, it was secure, free from anxieties, uh, in both economically and emotionally. Then the Second World War broke out in 1939 when I was 8 years old. So, when he was 8 years old, the Second World War broke out or started or began in 1939. So, I have never been able to understand a sudden demand for tamarind seeds erupted in the market. You're saying he did not know why, but suddenly the demand of tamarind, it's a kind of tree, and its seeds, demand of its seed suddenly increased in the market, but he did not know the reason. I used to collect the seeds and sell them to a provision store on Mosque Street. So Abdul Kalam, as a child, he was used to collect those tamarind seeds and sell them to a grocery shop on Mosque Street. A day's collection would fetch me the princely sum of 1 anna. This 1 anna, it's the 100th part of 1 rupee. So he was used to, collect those tamarind seeds and sell them at that grocery shop, and in exchange of those tamarind seed, he would use to get 1 anna, which was a good amount. So my brother-in-law Jalaluddin would tell me stories about the war, which I would later attempt to trace in the headlines in Dinamani. So, his brother-in-law, whose name was Jalaluddin, he was used to tell him stories about the war, which I would later, afterwards, he tried to find in the headlines of Dinamani. It's the name of a newspaper. Our area, being isolated, was completely unaffected by the war. Isolated means separated. It was just towards a lonely side, you can say. Isolated is separated. So it was their area, because it was separated, so it was completely unaffected by the war. There was no effect of war. But soon India was forced to join the allied forces, and something like a state of emergency was declared. Allied forces mean combined armies of, the armies of UK, USA, and Russia during the Second World War. So what happened now? Uh, India was forced to join the allied forces, and something like a state of emergency was declared. India, it was forced or joined the allied forces, and just like emergency was declared in the state. The first casualty came in the form of the suspension of the train halt at Rameshwaram station, and the first casualty was that stoppage of the train at Rameshwaram station was stopped. So the newspapers now had to be bundled and thrown out from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi, because the train was not stopping at the station Rameshwaram. That's why the newspapers were being thrown from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi, and that forced my cousin Samsuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameshwaram, to look for a helping hand to catch the bundles, and as if naturally I filled the slot. So because his brother, his uh, his cousin Samsuddin, he was doing that work of collecting newspaper and all, and now newspapers, they were thrown on the road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi. So his cousin, he needed a helping hand, and Abdul Kalam, he filled the slot. Mean he was there to do that work. Samsuddin helped me earn my first wages, and by doing this work, he also earned his first wages, first earning, first income. Half a century later, I can still feel the surge of pride in earning my own money for the first time. And he's saying, after half a century later, almost half century has passed, still I feel proud of my first earning, or I feel proud of that money which I firstly earned. So that's all for today. Rest will continue afterwards. Thank you.